the last session of the Oil Collective, and this evening we are going to talk about oils for pain management. So I'm immediately going to start to share the screen with you, and talk about the oils for pain management, and we're going to talk about different way of how to use the oils for different types of pain. Mainly I'm going to focus on pain on the muscles, the joints, but during the session we will go to different types of pain. It can be stomach discomfort, maybe toothache, headache. So I'm just going to show you some way of using the oils. And we're going to start immediately on how to use essential oils to relieve pain. And here you have just few examples. So the very simple way to use the oil to release any tension into the muscles, like stiff muscles, loosen up, is to have a nice relaxing bath. And in this case, you can have, usually it's around, I would say, 10 drops, depending on how strong is the oil. Now, some people like to put the oils directly in water. Personally, I like to use some salt, Epsom salt, and I just put the drops in the salt. I leave it to rest, and then I put it in the water. I think it's just a nice way to give the body more, relax, and is more soothing for the muscles. The second way is to use cold or warm compress. Now, compresses are known to relieve pain and inflammation, and as you can see, also swelling. And what basically you're going to do, you're going to use a piece of tissue. It can be cotton, you can use like a bamboo cloth, and you can fill your sink or a bowl with water. Usually cold water is used to soothe inflammation. Hot water is typically used to relieve pain. You're going to put few drops of essential oil in the water, and again, even in this solution you can use some salts if you want. And then you're going to put the towel in the mixture until the towel gets wet. And then you're going to drain, the towel, and you're going to put it on the body where you have the pain or the inflammation. And here you say you can leave it for about 15 minutes, even for longer if you want to, and you can apply as many times as you need. And as you can see, you can also put it in the microwave. Personally, I don't do it. What I tend to do though, after I use it, like now, for example, that is getting colder. If you put in the heating on, you can just put the towel on the radiator, and you're still gonna get the effect in terms of, breathing and the aromatherapy. So it's gonna be nice. It's just a nice and added touch. We can also simply, this is just a simple way to use the roller bottles and fill it with your oils, and obviously we always want to dilute the oil, and you just pass it. You can roll it into the specific part where you have pain. It can be on the neck, on the shoulders, maybe on the legs. And if you are able to do a self-massage, you can also do this. Maybe you have a friend or a partner who can give you a nice massage. And even in this case, you can dilute the essential oil before the application. You can use it to a carrier oil or even a cream. And in this case, I put arnica as a suggestion because arnica improves the blood supply and is used to treat swelling. It's used also in arthritis, as you can see in insect bites, and is also very good for bruises as well. Usually I like to use lavender for if I have a bruise or if I burn myself, but even arnica with an oil can be a nice option. So these are the main ways to use the oils. And now I'm going to talk about deep blue. Probably if you had a kit, you know the oil, the deep blue. As you can see here, we do add also deep blue wrap, and then we have the polyphenol complex. So deep blue is very soothing and it has cooling properties, and it's very good before or after exercise. And again, it's just good, I would say, for any type of pain into the muscles, and it does help to relax, in particular if you're doing a very strong activity. And as you can see, it can be used also as a support in arthritis. You can just use the oil diluted and just put the oil where you know you have problems. Sometimes, mainly is into the area around the knees or the legs. The deep blue rub is very popular because, it's a topical cream and is infused with soothing blend. So it's something that is ready. And when you apply it topically, usually you feel immediately a nice cooling sensation. Plus, it's very good because it's not greasy. So, you can immediately put your clothes back on and it smells really nice. You also have the polyphenol complex. This is a supplement. And as you can see, it has polyphenol extracts. And it's very good to support any problems with your muscles, any discomfort, even into the joints. And again, you can use all the three products in combination. You can use maybe the wrap, or if you prefer the oil. And as you can see, I also put an example. We use a lot for inflammation. Here I just put a whiplash, but any type of inflammation, in particular into the neck. Because the cooling sensation of this oil or the wrap increase the blood flow to the area. And this is very good to just feel a sense of release immediately. As another oil, we do have Aroma Touch. And Aroma Touch is good to release any pain also related to tension. Think about it. When we are very anxious, when we're very stressed, we do tense the body. In particular, the shoulders, the neck, the area around the jaw. And I think Aroma Touch is very good in this case to really release any sensation into the upper body and the back. And how to use it. So you can just apply it to the neck and the shoulders to promote feeling of relaxation, and that you're going to feel immediately like a nice sensation. Again, it's kind of cooling. Personally, I find it quite nice and relaxing. And you can use it into the bath. So you can just put the oil into the bath and just enjoy. Now, when we talk about bath, mainly you're probably thinking about a hot bath. If you are a fan of cold bath or showers, of course you can do that as well. It's up to you. Now, another interesting oil, personally I'm a big fan of this oil, is Copaiba. Now, Copaiba is not so well known, but if you start to do a little bit of research about this powerful oil, it has very good properties in terms of relieving pain, and is used a lot for different types of pain. As you can see here, it promotes wound healing, pain relief. It is used to treat a wide variety of infection. Any infection regarding the throat, even for bladder infections, and is also a powerful antioxidant, so it's very good for the immune system. As you can see, also support any inflammatory response. So it's very good for inflammation. So copaiba is very, very wide in terms of, the ability to treat, to support you in managing any types of pain. And if you're familiar with CBD oils, at the moment everybody's talking about CBD oils, copaiba is very similar. It has a molecule that is quite similar to CBD oils. So it's got the same properties in terms of releasing, soothing, and it can be used also for anxiety. As you can see here, I just give you a suggestion on how to use it. You can just use it to freshen up the breath. You can mix it with peppermint oil. And this is just to support the oral cleanliness. But it can also be used if you have any problems, any discomfort into your gums and the oral cavity, or also in terms of any problems with your throat, like a sore throat. And as you can see, you can combine copaiba with deep blue, both with the oil or with the wrap, the cream, if you prefer. And you can just massage it into the area where you feel discomfort or achy muscles. Now, if you like to use oils internally, is your choice. Copaiba, you can place 1 drop under the tongue, and this is just going to give you a general sense of well-being, feeling better during periods of stress or anxiety. So it's got very calming property. And now we're going to go into a classic peppermint. Now, as you know, probably, peppermint contains menthol. And menthol has a cooling effect on sore, achy muscles. And as you can see, is analgesic, antispasmodic, and anti-inflammatory. So many properties. How to use peppermint? So you can add a few drops of peppermint essential oil to a bath, or you can massage it for muscle pain relief to alleviate pain also in the joints and any stiffness. In the bath, it can be very refreshing. So in particular, if you have a cold one, so you just need to maybe build it up a little bit. A nice way, in particular right now, it's period of the cold, the way of discomfort, we all want to keep, want to breathe better. You can inhale peppermint oil with a steam. So you just pour hot water into a bowl and add 3 to 7 drops to help any breathing discomfort and chest pain. You can use it in a diffuser, and of course all these oils can be used in a diffuser, like the previous one, copaiba, in a diffuser is perfect if you feel very nervous or anxious like before going to sleep. And peppermint can be also applied to the chest, of course diluted, to help you to have, a clear breathing. So when you feel congested, and again, maybe when there is a little bit of discomfort into the area. It's good for the joints. Again, it has that cooling effect. And you can mix it also with lavender. And another way to use peppermint, which is probably one that you might be the more familiar with, is just to apply on the temples, at the back of the neck, and in this case it can be very helpful if you suffer of headaches. As you can see here, we are including the beadlets. So again, if it's your choice to take an oil internally, the peppermint beadlets are good again to promote oral health, and it does help to alleviate any stomach discomfort. And in this case, I also added Zengest, which is very recommended, is another oil that can help you to support any problems with discomfort into the stomach area. Maybe you didn't digest, maybe there is a way of pain. So both peppermint or zingest are definitely recommended. The next oil is black spruce. Now, black spruce can be used to ease muscles and joint pain. Any sensation of swelling, if you suffer of cramps, spasms, is used a lot in arthritis, rheumatism, sciatica, and is very soothing as well. In terms of, the essence is super soothing. As you can see, says here is he has analgesic, anti-inflammatory properties. Is mucolytic, so is very good in terms of support the respiratory system. Is antiseptic, expectorant, so again very good during this time of the year to support the respiratory system and in any case of discomfort. Different way, you can use black spruce, the spruce on its own. You can use it with in combination with other oils. As you can see here, I put eucalyptus and rosemary, which are very good for pain in general, also tea tree and frankincense. And to support the respiratory system, it can be also good to combine this oil with any citrusy oil, like for example here I say lemon and bergamot. How to use it? The same, we can use it diluted with a carrier oil in a massage or in a roller, or we can, with all this oil, we can do the compresses, so you just put it on a piece of material and you can apply it where you need to. You can also combine it, here we just say to soothe minor irritations because it's considered anti-inflammatory, and of course in the bath. I added also juniper essential oil because it contains antispasmodic and anti-rheumatic properties, and is another one that is very good to relieve any discomfort and soreness in the body. And in particular, if you suffer of spasms, some people have problems like with movement of the legs at night, you can use juniper essential oil. Again, with the oil or with the cream of your choice. And it's very good to support any problems related to arthritis, fibromyalgia, and similar issues, so anything related to pain. Now the next one is clove. And clove can be used to relieve any digestive problem, any upset in the stomach, and is another one that helps with the respiratory conditions. It can be used also to treat some infections. As you can see here is antimicrobial, so it helps to kill bacteria. It can be used as a pain reliever for conditions related to the stomach, related to muscle pain, or even tooth. And is another one that can be used to relieve respiratory conditions like cough and asthma. And in this case, is a very good oil that helps to improve the circulation. So this is why it can be used also to alleviate any discomfort or any tension into the area around the head. So headache or like toothache or anything related to the neck. And if you need to use it for your oral hygiene or discomfort, you can just mix it with water and gargle it for a soothing effect. You can diffuse it, and it's very nice to combine it with wild orange, in particular right now, it's very related to autumn. And if you wanted to take it internally, you can put 2 to 3 drops in a veggie cup. Personally, I suggest to dilute it. I use olive oil in cup, and you can take it internally to support your health. And again, it's another one that can be used for a massage. Eucalyptus is another one that is known for potent anti-inflammatory compounds. It's a pain reliever, and if you doing a little bit of research, you will notice that eucalyptus oil is used a lot in formulation for headaches, anything related to congestion, like nasal congestion. And it can be used also to relieve muscle and joint pain. It's also very beneficial when dealing with sickness. It can be any type of sickness. And it does it's very good to support the immune system. And if you're dealing with any type of inflammation, it's good. Again, you can apply it topically. And if you need to do anything related to any breathing problems or discomfort, you can do the inhalation as we did with peppermint. You can just do the same system in a bowl of water, hot water, and you just cover yourself, with a towel, and you're just gonna breathe in and breathe out, and it does open up the respiratory pathway. Here we do have different options. Again, you can dilute it with fractionated coconut oil, apply it to the chest and deep breathing. You can also place it into the lower abdomen if you have any discomfort into the area. You can use it like in aromatherapy way, in the diffuser. You can just put it into your hands and breathe. You can also put 3 drops, sometimes even more, in the bottom of a shower. This is a nice way, in particular right now, if you feel like, oh gosh, I'm struggling to get up, to go in with the weather and everything. Few drops into the shower, it's just gonna feel like, very invigorating. You can do this with peppermint as well. And again, it's very powerful for the respiratory system. Now, I'm gonna check the time. So I'm gonna go very quickly to this one. Because as you can see, we have, in reality, many oils to support us in the pain management. As you can see here, I put 3 more oils, and you can have a look. If you want, you can just do a picture. Now, instead of going through this, because as you can see, some of them are similar, some are more for a specific type of pain or an inflammation, just to point out that Roman chamomile is a very, very safe oil, and it can be used very safely also in kids. And what I want to tell you is very important, because I'm sure it might come up in some questions. It's like, oh, we have so many oils. How do I know which one I'm going to use? And now it's going to be up to you. Of course, you're going to have to try the oil. You're going to have to experience it on yourself. And then it also depends on different aspects. It could be the time of the day. Like, for example, in the morning, I would go for something more uplifting, like eucalyptus or peppermint. And in the evening, maybe I would choose something more relaxing, like chamomile or lavender. And also depends on how is your mood, what you want to achieve, also in terms of how you feel in that particular moment. So you just need to find the oil or the oils or the combination that resonate with you. Here I just give you, and maybe you want to do a picture, I just give you some ideas of useful blends. And these are all in roller. As you can see, the first one, we have it for the neck in particular. The second one is one related to rheumatism. And then I decided to add an oil for earache, because again, it's something that lots of people tend to experience when the weather is becoming a little bit colder. Again, it's a safe one for the kids, and you're just gonna put it at the back of the ear. And also into the neck, going down into the neck. Then there is an oil for inflamed skin, and as you can see, chamomile is present there, because chamomile is very good, and again, a super safe one. They're all safe, we all know that, but chamomile can be widely used for any inflammation on the skin. Here, that's the last page, and as you can see, I just added 2 blends that you can have if you decide to choose one. And as last oil, I have a Clarica, because I didn't really have time to discuss all the oils, but I thought about introducing Clarica, if you don't know it, because it's a very interesting and powerful oil to support you during the menstrual cycle, during any type of period pain. And it's ready, it's in a roller, and you can just massage it into your belly or anywhere you want to. It's really nice in terms of smells, and it's very calming and soothing as well. Okay, I think that's it. So let me know if you have any questions. And if you want, I'm just gonna stop the recording so we can just have a little chat.